Hey there again, everybody. Tom Funk here with a web tutorial. Today, I'm going to share with you the differences between poison oak, poison ivy, and poison sumac. But first, hey, subscribe, please. Tom Funk's World Adventure. Go down to the bottom right-hand corner, click on the little icon, and click subscribe for me. And if you like these web tutorials and would like to know when another one comes out, click on notifications. All right, let's go. Hey, this is also part of my Tom's Trail Tales website, Facebook page, so make sure you subscribe there. That's where I'll be posting these as well. All right, really, let's get started. The ultimate resource in the state of Michigan for any biologist, botanist that is identifying plants, that works with plants, is Michigan Flora. That is the name of the book, and is written by Edward Voss, Voss. Mr. Voss wrote a 3-volume set. It is considered the ultimate resource for all things plants in the state of Michigan. So, any plant that is native to Michigan or has been naturalized in Michigan is in this book. It is safe to say if it's not in this book, it is not a Michigan plant. Thankfully, in recent years, someone has actually taken those books and put it online, and you can find it here at michiganflora.net. And your poison ivies, poison sumacs, poison oaks are in a genus called Toxicodendron. I have pulled up the 3 species of Toxicodendron. Now, refresher on your taxonomy: all plants, all animals have what is called a scientific name. It is usually in Latin. It has a first name called the genus, a last name called the species. It is standardized and it is known throughout the world. So, for example, when I say Toxicodendron Radicands, a person in China knows exactly what I'm talking about. A person in Brazil knows what I'm talking about. A person in Syria knows what I'm talking about because it has been standardized. The common name can be anything. You can call poison ivy the purple people eating fan making machine for all I care. When you show me the plant, I'm going to say what is the scientific name. And when you say Toxicodendron radicans, that is standardized. We all know what we're talking about. In Michigan, Toxicodendron radicans is known as poison ivy. You'll see we have a second species, Toxicodendron ribbergii, which is also called poison ivy. Do you see the problem with common names? They're not standardized, they duplicate, and there are many of them for one organism with one scientific name. And then a third one, Toxicodendron vernix, which is poison sumac. Do you notice something missing from this list? I will get to that here in a minute. But let's look at the 2 species of poison ivy. And for the longest time, we had one species. Some DNA analysis took place, and scientists were like, hey, we have 2 different species of poison ivy. So let's take you to Toxicodendron radicans. Here it is. This is what it looks like. Leaves of 3, let it be. That's a great rule. The thing is, there are a ton of plants in Michigan that have 3 leaves. So it's a little bit more delicate than that. If you notice with poison ivy, see the thumbs? They don't have very many teeth, as they're called, and they usually look like they have little thumbs on them. That is the dead giveaway for me. I look for thumbs. Also, some of it looks a little shiny. See that leaf right there? That is the oil that is on there that actually makes you allergic to it. And if you'll look here, this species of poison ivy is actually found in the southern half of the lower peninsula. It typically grows as a vine up trees. It also can be found a little bit as ground cover. So let's go back to the other poison ivy, ribbergii, which is right here. This pretty much grows as ground cover. Doesn't really climb trees. You'll see this as a shrub, and you'll notice northern half of the lower peninsula, upper peninsula, and along the lake shores. This likes sandier soils. So in Michigan, we have 2 species of poison ivy. Leaves of 3, let it be. You can see they look pretty similar here, so you can see how the shininess of the leaves. This one isn't really exhibiting the thumbs that I was showing on the other one. Maybe these are a little bit. Here's some shiny look to it. So 2 species of poison ivy in Michigan, and then we also have poison sumac. Now, we also have several species of sumac in Michigan. Poison sumac is the only sumac that grows in swamps. And when I say swamps, I'm talking deep water, mucky swamps, places that you don't go and take walks. Trust me. So if you get poison sumac and you want to rip out all the sumacs that are growing in your yard, you're probably ripping out the wrong ones. Poison sumac grows in swamps. The only time anybody ever gets these, I see hunters will get them in the hunting season because they're walking through swamps. And you'll have boardwalks that go through swamps, like at nature centers, things like that. And if they don't keep the poison sumac cut back and away from boardwalks, folks can get it. So it is a shrub. It's kind of spindly, compound leaf, also kind of shiny leaves. The stems tend to be red. You can see in the fall, it exhibits a very nice foliage. Stubby little twigs, very gray bark. You can see the general shape of it. It's kind of spindly, thick little branches. It's a beautiful little shrub. And here's what it looks like when it's coming out of the ground when it's nice and short. You can see the berries and everything. So you notice these are all taken in a swamp. So this is a swamp shrub. All right. So we have 3 species of Toxicodendron, 2 species of poison ivy, 1 is poison sumac. Hey, what about poison oak? Well, there's actually 2 species of poison oak. The first one is eastern poison oak, Toxicodendron pubescens, and this looks a lot like poison ivy. So you'll have friends, you'll have family tell you that we have poison oak in Michigan. Like I said, you can call any plant you want poison oak, but as far as a true botanist, a true biologist in the state of Michigan, we would say no, there is not any of the species. This one grows in southeast United States is where it is. Doesn't even come close to Michigan. So a self-respecting botanist, biologist in the state of Michigan would say, no, we do not have poison oak in Michigan. Another one is a western poison oak, which grows out from British Columbia down the coast of California. And Toxicodendron diversolobium is the scientific name. And you can see it also looks a lot like our regular poison ivy here in Michigan. But again, no poison oak in Michigan. All these species have an oil that about 1/3 to 1/4 of the people are allergic to. There is a product called Technu, Technu. You can put on your skin as a preventative, or when you get poison sumac or poison ivy, you can put it on to combat the allergic reaction that you're having. All right, so these are both poison ivy and poison sumac and poison oak. They are native to North America. We do not have poison oak in Michigan. You're probably not going to get poison sumac. And poison ivy likes to grow in disturbed areas, sandy soils, and they like to grow as vines up trees. Just keep your eyes open for them when you're out hiking. If you do notice you touch it right away, the best course of action is to use cold water and soap and wash it off as quickly as possible. Otherwise, get your hands on some Technu because this can produce a nasty allergic reaction. And don't burn the stuff. Don't take your clothing and throw it in with everybody else's clothes. If you've been exposed to it, wash them separately with good detergent, and it should break up the oils. All right, poison oak, poison ivy, poison sumac. There is your botany lesson for the day. Keep an eye open for them while you're out hiking. Thanks for following me on Tom's Trail Tales. Remember to subscribe to both Tom's Trail Tales and Tom Funk's Worldly Adventures. And keep your eye open for future web tutorials. And subscribe and click on notifications if you want to be notified when they come out. All right, thanks again, everybody. Tom Funk here. Happy trails.